Hello, thanks for clicking and welcome to Telecom Training. As promised, we are back with a new video like we discussed in the last video. The three main aspects or three main use cases of 5G and what are the different applications possible in each of these use cases of 5G. Like we discussed widely about how eMBB, URLLC and MMTC can be used to enhance our quality of life in telecommunication world, and you are about to start the KPIs related or required for each of these individual use cases, like what all KPI we should target or what all ingredients required to achieve eMBB services, and the same for URLLC and MMTC. So let's start with the eMBB. eMBB requires a very high data rate because we are using the applications which demand a lot of data rates, like 3D videos and ultra high definition screen support. We support smart city and smart building, working and playing in cloud, interactive gaming, AR, VR. So we need gigabits of data transmitted, should be able to transmit within seconds. So we are targeting gigabits transmission in seconds. So to achieve many applications through eMBB or enhanced mobile broadband services, we need 5 different KPIs. One is energy efficiency. We need to monitor the energy efficiency of the network, and to be more specific, we should target a better battery life. So then power control and everything will come into picture. So we have to have devices which are really energy efficient to provide this kind of services for a longer time. So network energy efficiency is something which is required for eMBB. It is required for everything for the 5G technology, but more specific to eMBB. Second thing is area traffic capacity. Area traffic capacity means per meter square, what is the maximum data we are transmitting or receiving, like megabits per second per meter square. Like in 4G, we were having a lower megabits per second per meter square, but in 5G we are targeting a higher data rate per meter square. So that is called area traffic capacity. So we need to target for or plan for a network with higher area traffic capacity so that it can accommodate more users and more high-end applications through eMBB or enhanced mobile broadband. A third kind of KPI which we should monitor and we should be prepared before launching eMBB services in 5G is peak data rates. So naturally we need a lot of backhaul capacity and a lot of transmission capacity to support the kind of transmission we are expecting in eMBB. Like we are at least targeting 20 Gbps according to IMT 2020. The maximum or the peak data rate which can be supported in downlink is 20 Gbps, which we discussed in the first 5G video. So for supporting 20 Gbps of peak data in downlink, we have to have that kind of backhaul support. So that is one a very important KPI for 5G and more specific to eMBB use cases or eMBB applications. Next one is user experience data rates. So this is like how much number of users under one cell or one G node B area. So we need to have a higher user experience data rates. So we are targeting 100 Mbps user experience data rate in 5G NR. However, in LTE or 4G or LTE Advanced, we were just targeting 10 Mbps user experience data rate. That means user should be able to get up to 10 Mbps of speed from the 4G network. In 5G, the experience can go up to 100 Mbps per second. So 100 Mbps is around 10 times better than the legacy LTE network. Now the last KPI for eMBB is spectral efficiency. So in 5G we are supporting 3 times better spectral efficiency than the LTE network. So that means we can transmit more bits per second per hertz. So more number of data streams can be transmitted, and that's important KPI, spectral efficiency. So 3 times better spectral efficiency 5G is offering, and this will be highly required for eMBB use cases. Moving on to URLLC, ultra reliable low latency communication. As the name suggests, we should have very low latency. So in 5G we are targeting 1 millisecond latency, especially for URLLC use cases or applications which demand a high reliable communication and very low latency. So latency KPIs will be required to monitor the URLLC mainly, and the next one is mobility. So while moving, we should be able to have that kind of accurate information transfer with very low latency. So 3 things we require for URLLC, that is mobility. So with a higher speed like 5G is offering, mobility up to 500 km per hour, wherein we also expecting very reliable communication and very low latency. So this is really critical, and we have to monitor the mobility and the latency for monitoring URLLC services. So this is highly required, the latency and the mobility, and of course the reliability. That means the network quality of network. We should have a very high level transmission or high quality transmission for having URLLC kind of services. And last one, MMTC, massive machine type communication. So for that we need to monitor the connection density, that means the number of connections. 5G offers million number of devices connected in the network per square kilometer. That means in 1 square kilometer we can connect million of devices to 5G cell or the next generation eNodeB. So those are all the 8 KPIs which is required to be monitored or should be targeted during we plan the 5G network. That means for eMBB these 5 KPIs, for URLLC mobility and latency, and for MMTC connection density or the number of connections in the network. So that's all about the KPI introduction for 5G, and in the next video we will be discussing more about the KPI and the numbers, what exactly we need for 5G technology or for these use cases like for eMBB, URLLC and MMTC. Like we discussed, 500 km per hour is the mobility that is supported by 5G technology. Likewise, we will discuss all the KPIs and will be very specific to numbers. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you like it, and don't forget to share the video to all the enthusiasts who wants to learn 5G technology. Let's meet very soon in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take good care of yourself. Till next time. Bye-bye.